Well, hello everyone, it's Angie. Thank you so much for being here today. So, this video was a little controversial, I know, but listen, when I say least favorite, that doesn't mean these songs are bad, okay? This video is clearly about my least favorite songs. You know, the songs I just don't listen to that much, or just the songs that I honestly, frankly, don't like as much. But listen, that doesn't mean these are bad songs. When I say least favorite, that's because they're still a favorite. Like, every song of mine is a favorite by Taylor Swift because every song is so good. Like, even her bad songs are not even that bad. So when I say that these songs are my least favorite songs, that does not mean at all that these are bad songs whatsoever. Honestly, most of these songs, I still like something about them. It's just a song that I don't go to that much, a song that I just rather not listen to and rather skip over. And it's just a song that just doesn't click with me personally. Even though they're my least favorite, that doesn't mean that I don't listen to them and I don't still like them. Like, I still like the songs, they're just not my favorite. I guess these are just skip songs for me personally. They're just kind of more of my like least listened to songs. You know, I figured I do so much talk on this channel about how much I love Taylor Swift, and I talk so much about my favorite songs and the songs I love from her the most, but I don't talk about the songs that I don't like as much. And so I thought, why not make that video here today? So that is what we are going to be doing today in this video. And if you're not subscribed already, I would love for you to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. But if you decide to do neither of those things, I totally understand. I'm just so thankful and happy that you're here hanging out with me today, because I know there are tons and tons of videos to be watched right now. So I truly do appreciate the fact that you decided to stop by, click on my video out of all the ones you could watch and click on instead. It truly means so much to me that you're here, so thank you so much for being here. So with all that being said, let's jump right into it. So these are in like no particular order. I honestly just looked through all of her discography from the very beginning to today and just chose the songs that I really go towards the least, or if they turn on, I'd rather just skip that song. Keep that in mind, but the first song here is Change. Honestly, I've grown to love it a lot more now with her re-recording. It does sting a little bit. I know like the whole meaning behind it. I know it means a lot to her personally. I know the whole lore, and for that I really do like it, but also it does sting a little bit as well because this feels like a kind of an ode to her management company and to Scott and everything, and it just kind of hurts to listen to now, knowing what happened. But aside from that, even before all that happened, I still was never gravitating towards this song that much. I think because it has a very much churchy like vibe, it just kind of turns me off. Obviously, it's a country song. This is not a country album. She started off as a country artist, and it makes sense why she would, you know, make a song that has this kind of churchy vibe to it that says hallelujah in it. And that's not really like why I don't like this song, because Taylor could do whatever she wants in her music, but for me personally, it just throws me off a little bit. I don't know, just like the whole like vibe just throws me off. I don't know what it is. I really do like the deeper meaning of it all. I do love the whole lore. It feels so hopeful and it feels so exciting because like things are changing, and Shirley has become so successful, and it is such a beautiful song to hear now, and it's also beautiful to hear even back then had that hope that she had. I don't know, something about it that just, I'm like, I'm gonna listen to a different song. If this song were to come up on my Spotify, I would just skip it. Number 2, Superstar. This song I think I've listened to like literally only a couple times, like fully through. I remember listening to it once and really never ever going back to it. I think it's the melody. I don't know what it is. And that's the thing, that's what a lot of this list is. The reasoning is that I don't know. Like, for some reason it just doesn't sit right with me, and I'm just like, I really cannot tell you why. There's something that just doesn't click and I just don't like, and that's just how personal preference is. That's just the name of the game when it comes to music and art and all that. I love Juice WRLD, and some people listen to that music and think, I don't like this music. My dad, he loves classic rock music. I like it, but I'm not like a stan of Led Zeppelin like my dad is. It's just personal preference, and I think that's what a lot of this list is. It's just personal preference. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but it's just not something I really like that much from her. It's just a bit of a dud, and that's what Superstar is for me. Off of you. It's a cute song. It is a cute song. See, I don't like this part. And then this part. Superstar. I don't know. It's cute, but not my cup of tea. That's the same thing with Superman. Super cute song, but again, just not my cup of tea. It's a little cringy, to be honest. It feels very wide-eyed and young. And maybe I would have liked it if I were younger, but it just feels a little I don't know, it just feels like very traditional, and it's like, well, you can go work that job and stay there and not be home waiting for you. It kind of just makes you a little cringe a little bit. But you know, she was so young and it makes sense, and I could see where she's coming from with those lyrics and those thoughts, because I definitely think I had that thought process too, as kind of this like hopeless romantic and what we've kind of grown up hearing about. It's just like a cute little lovey song. That's also an okay thing for a song to be. That's what you want, that's okay. That's just not what I want. That's not something that I can relate to, and so I'm trying to just like, I'm just gonna skip that, you know? Oh man, song 4 is Stay, Stay, Stay. By the way, we have 13 songs here. And number 4 is Stay, Stay, Stay. This song, again, feels very just, I think, juvenile. I think that's how I feel with a lot of these songs. I think that's how I felt with Superman and Superstar. It's just like so, like kind of cringe to me in the beginning of the song. This instrumental is so kind of like random to me, especially in Red. And Red was a very transitional album, so it makes sense why we have some younger sounding songs and we have songs that are also super depthy. But I get her like headspace as well. I get the thought processes. I'm like, Taylor, me and you, I get it. I get where she's coming from, but it's just not something I gravitate towards. Like, she's like, I threw my phone at you or whatever. I think she also said something about like, we get in a fight and you come in with your football helmet on saying, okay, let's talk, you know? It's just like silly, but again, I understand, because like I'm sure I had those same thought processes when I was younger, thinking that that's cute and like that's what love is, and it kind of is in a more, I guess, younger sense of like making light of something, or even though we fight, you are still gonna be there for me and still stay. I get that, because I think this concept has stuck with her from the very beginning of staying and not leaving, and I think we've heard this throughout all of her songs, and we hear this concept even now, but just at a more mature thought process that has changed a lot as she's gotten older. And this is just kind of that beginning thought process of staying and having this person stay with you through all the bullshit and through all the fighting, and this is kind of that just earlier take on it. Number 5 is Girl at Home, and I actually like this song a lot more with Taylor's version. I think the production really just threw me off on the original version. I think if you would have talked to me in the past, it would have been a lot lower on my list if I were to be ranking these songs, and now it's definitely moved up in this hypothetical list of mine. But again, still just one of my least favorite songs. It just is. See, I love this new production. The new production is so much better than the original version, so I think that's why it's moved up a lot on my listing. It's just kind of funny, the lyrics too. Alright, song 6. This might be a little controversial, but it is I Knew Your Trouble. The production is super, I think, what the time of songs were, this kind of like electronic kind of sound, and that I'm just not really gravitating towards. It feels like for the type of song, I feel like I wish it was sounded a little more grungy than this kind of hyper pop, I guess, electric sound. I think that would have been really cool, especially when it comes to like the music video. This sound was so of its time. I think it was just kind of overplayed. I think I heard it a lot just in the world at the time when this song first came out, and I think I just got a little fatigued with it. Not a bad song, it's just not something I personally like, you know? Number 7 is Me. I think Me deserves a little bit more justice, okay? Because I think why people are so thrown off by it is because of the production of it. But I think if the production was different, if we slowed it down, if it wasn't so in your face, it feels very loud. I think if it was kind of stripped back a little bit, I think if it wasn't as loud, I think people would like it a lot more, and I think I would too. I've heard people do acoustic covers of Me, and I really do like that version way more, because I think it takes away all this loudness that's kind of almost masking what the true song is about. The kind of loud production of it all is what ruins a song, but I think if you took that away, you would see that the song's actually really, really good. So I do think Me deserves a little bit more justice, but even still, it's just a little overplayed, I think. I think because it was the first single for Lover, I think it also threw people off. That kind of lore has stuck with me a little bit. It kind of stung the song for me a little bit and tainted it. Moving on to song 8, which is False God. I actually do like this song, but the one thing about this song is I feel like it just kind of falls a little flat in terms of the production, and it feels a little wordy for me. There's no like kind of build, I feel like, and it just, again, it just falls a little flat, and I'm just like, it's a song I feel very indifferent about, and I think that's the thing. It's just like, it's not good, it's not bad, it's just indifference. But also like the meaning and like the lyrics and stuff, like the whole meaning behind it, I really, really do love. It's just that production that falls a little flat that kind of makes it hard for me to listen to. I think if it had a different production, if it had a little bit more of a build, I think I would like it a lot more. Song 9 is London Boy. Again, this song falls under the kind of juvenile reasoning behind it. It feels very predictable. It feels just like a very surface level, and I think Taylor could do a lot better than that. It's a fun song. I think she's allowed to have fun. I love how it talks about all the London things, it talks about all American things, and it's just a cute little song. It's very creative in that aspect. It kind of feels like almost like an essay. It feels very structured, and as a Lover stan, I do admit that I just don't like this song. But London Boy just, again, falls just a little surface level. I think, come on Taylor, like you could do more than this. But also it's like, it's a fun song, and like she's allowed to have fun, and not every song has to be a super deep, meaningful, amazing, perfect, extraordinary song. It's just a fun song to listen to, and that's okay. But it's just, for me personally, one of my least favorites from Taylor. 10 is Hoax. Okay, listen, coming at the end of Folklore, it kind of feels such a downer. But because it's the last song on Folklore, it feels like such a downer, and I'm just like, I don't want to listen to this. I don't want to listen to this sad song after this like amazing album that we just heard. I think that's what sticks with me, even if it just comes on shuffle. I'm just like, I'm gonna skip this song. This is like kind of a downer. I'd rather not. Let's just go into a different song. Song 11 I think is also controversial, and that's Run. I don't know what it is, guys. I don't know what it is. I think the chorus just falls flat, and it's just like, run, like you run from the law. And it just like doesn't have like, I guess, that big of a build like that I wish it had. It seemed like it's gonna have a build, and then kind of goes blunk, and it feels like it falls a little flat, and that's just me personally. But I know a lot of people love it, and I can see a lot of people love it. Just for me, I just don't love it. Song 12 I think is another controversial song on this list, and that is Timeless. I'm definitely in the minority with this song. I for sure know that. I know this is a lot of people's favorite songs in terms of the vault tracks on Speak Now, but I get lost, I think, in the wordiness of it all. It feels very wordy. I wish it kind of had more of a catchy chorus that I could easily fall back to listening to, and maybe that's just me being dumb. Like, I just want there to be a easier repetitive chorus to listen to. But I think with all the kind of words, the very specificness of it all, I kind of get lost in that, and it kind of becomes unrelatable for me. But I also love the storytelling aspect of it, so I get why a lot of people do love the song. I think I definitely wouldn't skip this one as much as I would skip some other songs if it came up on shuffle, but it is definitely also still a song that I would still skip. Just I think not as much as other ones on this list. It just feels very Taylor, very like whimsical and just so Taylor, and I love that about the song. But again, I also kind of get lost in it a little bit in terms of like, wait, what am I listening to here? Like, it's just very wordy. I don't know. And song 13, I think, again, I might be the minority here, and that is Bad Blood. Bad Blood was so fucking huge, you guys. And I did like it at first, but as time gone on, I definitely got a little fatigued by it, and that kind of ruined the song a little bit for me because it was so overplayed. But as I've gotten older, I feel like I've gotten more distant from the song, and I think that's because it just feels very revengeful, and I just don't like that. And I know that's not who Taylor is. I think she does have a little bit of revengefulness in her, a little bit. I think we've heard that and seen that throughout her music. I don't like the idea of like kind of ganging up on someone. But listen, the Kendrick Lamar version though, that is good. Kendrick, oh, he really does elevate the song so much. I do like that version a lot more. Kendrick is such an incredible artist, period. And Kendrick and Taylor together, like, oh, wow, were we lucky to get this. This song over time has rubbed me just a little bit, just kind of the wrong way as time has gone on, as I've grown up. I don't relate to this song anymore. I don't relate to the whole revengeful energy, but I still love Taylor. I love that about her. And Katie have obviously made up. They definitely have squashed the beef, and I think this song kind of serves more as just like a fun song to listen to. And I think I definitely don't need to like think so much about it. But even still, it kind of just puts a little bad taste in my mouth, and I'm just like, I don't know, I just don't really like the song. I'd rather just skip it and go to a different pop song, a different amazing song that's on 929 that I think just is just honestly better overall, and I don't feel that's kind of awkward way towards. I hope I'm making sense. But oh my god, I feel like I just spoke super fucking fast, so I hope everything I said was understandable and coherent to you guys. I just feel like I just had so much in my brain that I just wanted to speak it so quickly to you guys, so I hope it was okay. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Like I said, none of these songs are bad, they're just something I just don't listen to as much as other ones. This is me scraping here, you know? But I'm gonna get going. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Give us a thumbs up before you go, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!